Hey guys, how's it going? We're back at it with another video on the whole home audio system setup that I've got, and today we're going to be going over the differences between the Monoprice 6-zone 6-source amplifier that I did in my last video, and I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description, so check that out. But we're going to be comparing that amplifier with the Dayton Audio DAX66 amplifier, which is basically the exact same thing, and what this video is going to be a highlight about the differences and why you might choose one or the other, or why this system might not be right for you guys. So here we go, we're going to get started. Alright, so there's three main differences that I'm going to highlight about this amp that are basically the only differences between these two models. So those differences are the price, the warranty, and the keypads. So for the price, on Monoprice, the amplifier is roughly $450, and this amplifier goes on sale a lot, so when you look at it, you might see that it says it's originally $599, but I wouldn't pay that because I would say 75% of the time there's some kind of sale going on Monoprice. So make sure you want to, use a code or make sure that you get it when it's roughly $450. The DAX66, which is Dayton Audio, it's sold by partsexpress.com. Theirs is $690. Okay, so we can see that there's a big price difference. The warranty is going to be 1 year with Monoprice and 5 years with Dayton. So if the warranty is really important to you, you might want to pick the Dayton. And now the other major difference is the keypads. They look different. Okay, on the front, the buttons are laid out slightly differently, but they do the exact same function. The keypad connection on the back is also different. So Monoprice uses an Ethernet jack, and Dayton Audio, they use the green Phoenix connectors. But both use Ethernet cable as the underlying cable. So you're going to run Ethernet cable for your keypads. They go back to where the amplifier would be. So Monoprice just uses the plastic Ethernet ends that you would crimp onto the cable, and then they plug directly in. And with the Dayton Audio ones, you don't put a plastic end on it. You strip back the cable, each individual Ethernet cable. It actually only uses 6 out of the 8 pairs. But you strip it back and you have to actually screw the little wires into the green Phoenix connectors. Everything else about these two amplifiers are literally the same. Even the RS-232 commands that can be sent to it, that you can use home automation systems, those are the exact same. They work on both units. The remote controls work with both. There's an iPhone and iPad app on the Apple App Store called Monoprice Whole Home Audio, that can control the audio sources and zones without needing to touch the actual keypads, and it works with both amps. But if you want to use the app, you do have to purchase the app, which is $4.99, and an Ethernet to serial RS-232 device, which converts the incoming commands over the network to RS-232 serial commands, and that costs about $100, and that device is called the iTach Flex IP by Global Cache. And if anyone is interested in that, I can do a separate video on the iTach Flex IP, and I can show how that integrates in if anyone is interested. With roughly a $330 difference, why would you choose the Dayton brand? Why wouldn't you just use the Monoprice? So I'd say that there's two main reasons. The warranty being 4 years longer, and maybe you think Parts Express company is a more reputable company, or maybe you don't like the look of the Monoprice keypads and you want to install the Dayton Audio. So I'm not saying to not buy the Dayton Audio amp at all. I've used both, and I actually like both. For my parents' install, they liked the look of the Dayton Audio keypads, and so that's what we went with. And this was my first encounter with these amplifiers. I wanted to make sure that since I was buying 2 of them, because they have 2 of these chained together, that I wasn't going to be installing junk. But after I used them, I installed them. I went ahead and I wanted to try the Monoprice amp in my house, and I wanted to save the money, and for me personally, I wanted to save that extra money. And they're both great amps. They're both amazing prices compared to a lot of other solutions out there. So let me talk about, why would this amp or both of these amps not be right for you. So first, you've got to do the dirty work installing the actual physical cable. Alternatively, you could hire someone to do the install for you, but I'm speaking from the DIY perspective. If you've got a new install house in construction, that's the ideal solution because it'll be super easy to do without any drywall up. If you've got a closed up house like I did, you'll be doing the dirty work in the attic, trying to make sure that you don't fall through the ceiling, running the RG6 cable, the speaker cable, the Ethernet cable through the walls. You'll be cutting holes in the ceiling and the walls. And for some people that don't plan things out, they might end up making just a big mess. So I can guarantee you though that if you do go with this route and install this correctly, like I've done, that you'll have a professional looking install, and it will definitely make others envious. I mean, the flush mount ceiling speakers are gorgeous in my opinion. Your other option would be choosing a Sonos wireless speaker system if you don't want to do this dirty work, but in my opinion, nothing beats a clean in-ceiling hardwired, whole home audio system. It just looks extremely professional. So these are the differences. This is why you might choose one or the other. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments. Check out my other video where I showed you my whole home audio system. And looking forward to hearing if you guys have any questions and answering your questions. Thanks, guys.